You've been searching for a higher level of success. So, this is an intuitive message for a collective that has been doing a lot of inner work. It's been many, many years that you've been diving into research and yourself. You've been reading all the books, and now it's almost like there's no more books to read. There's nothing more to learn because you've reached that level of mastery within your craft. But now you also understand that the higher level of success, even though you've succeeded already, the other level is now happiness and feeling at home within yourself and feeling at home wherever you go. And you've been noticing a lot of angel numbers recently, 777. It can be other ones as well, but you've been noticing a lot of signs, and you're questioning again your path. And so what I'm seeing now are the trees. So this message is basically to remind you that the trees are never lost. So even though you might feel like there isn't a path anymore, this is also part of your path. This is part of your path as well, to learn how to be satisfied and learn to be in gratitude, even though there's nothing really going on, or learning to bask in the peace that you've created for yourself, and learning to feel at one with nature, because that's what it is. The trees are never questioning themselves if, there should be on the other side of the road, right? So by embodying this energy of the tree, you're really grounding yourself and realizing that wherever you go, Mother Earth is always holding you. Even when you fall, Mother Earth is always holding you. When you're in a building, she's holding you. When you're in a house, so wherever you go, you must feel grounded and at peace within yourself, because your body is your home, and your home is always held by Earth, by Mother Nature. And so this next level of success is not very logical. It's not something that can be calculated, which is a bit weird for you because you're so used to having those like goals and numbers, and it's easy to look at the numbers and see, oh, okay, now I'm successful. But now it's a level of success that has no numbers. It has no logic to it. It's actually more like a test of faith, where you have to believe in yourself and believe that wherever you end up, you're gonna be fine. And diving into the unknown is very scary at first, but just look at your life, look at your past. Like every time you thought it was going to be the end of the world, or you didn't really know what was going to happen, most of the time you were in survival mode, but then you made it out, and you've always upgraded your life. And so can you imagine now what you can create and manifest from a place of abundance? Because now you're jumping into the unknown with the knowledge, with a sense of peace as well. So it's very different from in the past. But the thing is, even when you were manifesting in survival mode, you were able to create a reality where things ended up being okay and you ended up having more than what you lost. So once again, can you imagine now what you can create if you know things are going to be okay, but you're also trusting the unknown and having faith from a place of overflow, from a place of abundance, from a place in alignment with your soul. So that's a huge, huge step. And that is your next level of success. To understand that there's nowhere to go beside the present moment. And your ego is probably trying to fight it. Sometimes, not every day, but sometimes your ego wants to fight it, and your ego wants to tell you like, hey, you need numbers, you need a deadline, you need a specific path, you need to know how, you need to know when. But your higher self or your soul is now telling you that no, you actually don't. You have to trust, and you have to ground yourself, regularly, almost every single day, to make sure that you're jumping into this new timeline and you're creating from a space of, peace, joy, happiness, long-term, sustainable joy. That's what it is. Because a lot of people think that when you get to the next level, it means to have a higher position in society or to have more material, more money. Even though those things are really great to ground your root chakra and to feel like, like you don't have to worry about the basics of life and you can actually focus on your purpose. So obviously these things are, the root of happiness, because it's literally, money is literally the root. It's connected to the root chakra. But at the same time, once you've mastered that, you understand that there's more to life than the material. And this is when you get to the higher level of success. But like I said, it's not something that is logical. It has no label or title. It's an inner journey. And also what's coming up right now that I can hear is that you've been in hermit mode a lot. And that served a purpose in the past years, because it really helped you to focus on yourself and focus on hearing your intuition, hearing your inner voice. But now you're about to step into a new chapter that requires you to get out of hermit mode. And like I said, it's the unknown again, but it's beautiful. It's almost like, and I know it sounds very cheesy, but that's the image that I'm getting now. The caterpillar that turns into a butterfly. That's what it is. That's what's really happening. And the butterfly, the caterpillar is not panicking because it's about to leave its cocoon, right? It's part of the process. It's part of the journey. And so it's the same thing for you. You're about to expand beyond your cocoon. And it might feel a bit scary because, like I said, your ego might try to take over. But it's great to remind your ego, that, you didn't die in the past and you were able to not only survive, but thrive in many situations from a place of unconsciousness, a lot of times, from a place of not knowing anything about consciousness and spirituality or anything like that. You didn't even know that you could look into your birth chart and see what was up, And so now, like I said, with all the tools and all the resources and the knowledge, you're now reaching this higher level of success that's going to be long-term, that's going to be sustainable, and it's going to feel good because it's going to be aligned with who you are. and what your soul purpose is. So this is why, while you're falling off that cliff, because sometimes that's what it feels like, it's like you're just falling and you're like, what is even real right now? As you're falling, just remember that on you have all the tools to build a parachute. So as you're falling, you have to stay calm, of course, because you cannot build a parachute if you're panicking. When you stay calm and you start building your parachute, you're betting on yourself and you're making sure that you're gonna land in a safe way, because you're the one who took control of the falling, right? But at the same time, your ego might try to tell you like, hey, what if your parachute doesn't open before you hit the ground, but you cannot build that parachute while listening to the egoic mind. You have to trust that while you're building that parachute in the air, it's going to open, maybe at the last freaking minute, like it usually does, but it's going to open and you're going to land in a beautiful, beautiful space. I can even say it's going to feel like heaven on earth. It's going to feel like divine living. And you're going to be able to rest and really feel grounded into this next chapter of your life. So if this message resonates, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to have another intuitive message tomorrow at the same time. And yeah, let me know in the comments if this is something that feels good to you. And yeah, I can't wait to hear your comments.